no, that won't do. So much for that. Hope you all have a drink. This will take a while. Okay, so out of desperation, I do what we all do. I went to Google and looked up wedding toast. And the first thing that popped up, the most popular thing on that whole list, 14,863 references, number one was 10 things to never say in a wedding toast.
You're going to say all 10.
It says, don't talk about their exes. Don't talk about the trip to Vegas. Don't tell mother-in-law jokes. Don't talk about substance abuse. Never drink before the toast. Ha! So you late. Don't talk about yourself. Screw it. Okay. Toast. A real quick and simple background. I met Shane at the university. I was a teacher. He was a student. We would talk when we both snuck down in the stairwell in the College of Humanities to smoke. We were both addicts.
What?
One of us still is. We developed a friendship, and it was a nice thing. It was a good thing. And he went off to do an internship in a multimedia magazine and never came back. He never came back to the university. He'd found the reason for his existence. But we would still get together occasionally and talk and make fun of what was going on the internet. Oh, that's terrible. God, don't they know better? Oh, that sucks. One night aboard my houseboat in Sausalito, I broke open a bottle of rum. By the end of the evening and the end of the bottle, we'd started a company. We became partners in a little startup in what was then called Multimedia Coach. It was an incredible ride. When you got acquired, the ride became even more incredible. We had more fun. I had more fun than I've ever had in my entire life. Shane was the glue that held the startup together. Mainly because he really, really liked people. He would take care of the staff. He would talk to them. He would try and solve their problems. He actually cried the first time we had to fire somebody. They would have followed him through the gates of hell. He was creative. First guy I'd ever met that could hold an entire boardroom of insurance executives enthralled. Turns out,
you guys.
because he read so widely and deeply, he knew a lot about a lot, and would end up telling the insurance people about what was wrong with their company. What would happen, of course, is they wouldn't let him leave the room. We had to sign a contract. They wanted him. The reason we were such good partners is because I had gray hair, he was smart. They'd have him sign the contract and they'd give me the check. It was a really nice balance. So the little company became a big company, and we had a good time. Oh,
Life and truth.
that's me. It was 48 months of rock and roll. Our little company ended up having 14 offices in 9 countries and a $5 billion market cap. We were hanging on to the tiger by the tail. And what that means is you're afraid to let go, you're afraid to hang on. But it was just an incredible run. In that process, Mr. Ginsberg taught me, the teacher, a lot of things. One day after a dust up with a client, he took me aside and said, Len, don't let the blood show. One day after a dust up with an employee, he took me aside and said, you can't lead if you don't listen. Those were the object lessons he gave to me. And the company turned out to do rather well, and it was successful. And then he and I had to get a divorce. When the company was acquired, Shane has always said that we were joined at the hip for damn near a decade, and that's true. But since I can't talk much about Tara, because I don't know her yet, I do know that Shane has impeccable taste and a great deal of passion. And the fact that she's with him says a lot about her. And I am extremely hopeful that this relationship will give us all a standard to try and live by. Okay, very quickly. Here's what I want to say. My wishes for these two. May you find contentment in each other, knowing that each day your choice for each other has been a good one. May you have many moments of joy and laughter, knowing that that's the essence of a wonderful life. May you always put anger in its proper place, knowing it's a product of fear. And when you never forget, and I do mean this, your family comes first, the rest of the world can wait outside. Now, what I started with is, ladies and gentlemen, to the couple, may they always be happy.